It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's get set. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
White 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Williams.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams
With his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early first quarter, just their 2nd drive in the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Oh, the ball comes out.
Incomplete.
Intended for number 43. Incomplete. Brings up down and 13.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's how you shake off the interception they threw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense for the Broncos, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. Stop.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Bengals at 2-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, stop.
Burrow on play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
Second and 3. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Robbie Anderson from 3 yards out. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Bengals 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I'm wondering. 12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again, Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Quez Watkins from 19 yards away. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Broncos 28, Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They run it again with Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Williams. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They try the left side here with Williams. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, they'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 mighty.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break.
Here we go.
And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 132 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Let's go. 70 Rangers.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Cut. 11, 11, 11, 11. Cut.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do